Chad, the slang. Chad is a stand-in for an alpha who generally had the correct opinion, or at the very least, didn't listen to the opinion of others. Subsequent memes, gigachad, and yes, Chad depicted Chads with so-called ideal features such as a square jaw and strongly defined muscles, and they tended to be unbothered by other people, even if it was to their detriment. The term Chad initially started as a pejorative for a type of airheaded alpha male who was all bronze, no brains, yet very successful with women. Chad has become a universally understood term online, so you can use it across social media, and most people will understand what you're saying. Typically, you'll want to use it when talking about a person who is displaying a degaff attitude, particularly if they're doing something particularly badass. Alternatively, you can use one of the many Chad meme characters, and people will generally understand the type of person you're invoking. Chad, the country. Officially, the Republic of Chad is a landlocked country at the crossroads of North and Central Africa. Its capital and largest city is the city of N'Djamena. Chad has several regions: a desert zone in the north, an arid Sahelian belt in the center, and a more fertile Sudanian savanna zone in the south. Lake Chad, after which the country is named, is the second largest wetland in Africa. Chad's official languages are Arabic and French. It is home to over 200 different ethnic and linguistic groups. Islam and Christianity are the main religions practiced in Chad. Chad's history since prehistory has been marked by diverse cultures, including the Kanem, Bornu Empire, colonization by France in the early 20th century, and post-independence struggles, including civil wars and political instability, shaping its complex trajectory. The slang term Chad, used to describe a certain type of individual, has no direct relation to the country Chad. The term's origin lies in different cultural contexts, with Chad slang evolving separately from the history and identity of the nation of Chad in Central Africa. But the internet community likes creativity. So why don't we take this similarity to form this question: how Chad is the country of Chad? And answer it in this video. In order to determine if the Republic of Chad aligns with the characteristics associated with being a Chad, it's essential to understand what defines a Chad. We can measure Chadness by taking into account a number of important elements, such as male dominance, physical fitness, respect, core values, Rizz, and level of activity, in accordance with previous definitions and instructions for obtaining gigachad status that have been published online. By assessing these elements within the context of the country, we can arrive at an accurate conclusion to our question. In recent years, there have been efforts to promote gender equality and women's empowerment in Chad. Laws have been enacted to protect women's rights, and various organizations are working to challenge and change entrenched gender norms. However, traditional gender roles have historically leaned towards male domination among the Chadian population, like in most parts of the world. According to the 2021 Global Gender Gap Index, gender equality is reported at 59.3% in Chad. Keeping in mind that this situation might include women abuse, we can give a high rate for Chad in the male domination. Fitness in Chad often aligns with a physically demanding lifestyle, particularly in rural areas where agricultural work is common. Many Chadians engage in physical labor such as farming and herding, which naturally contributes to their overall fitness. Additionally, traditional sports and games are popular recreational activities, promoting physical well-being. However, access to modern fitness facilities and healthcare can be limited in some regions, posing challenges to achieving optimal health and fitness. So we will give the nation a mid-rate. Chad has established diplomatic ties with various countries and has been involved in regional initiatives, particularly within the African Union and G5 Sahel. Its participation in international peacekeeping efforts, such as the United Nations Multidimensional Integrated Stabilization Mission in Mali, highlights its commitment to regional stability. However, Chad has also faced diplomatic challenges, including periodic tensions with neighboring countries. Another notable point is the instances of flag confusion between Chad and Romania at international events. But it's important to note that these incidents are typically not a result of rudeness or intentional actions by either country, so a good rate for the respect element. Chad exhibits a strong adherence to core values and beliefs that often center around traditional customs, family, and community. Many Chadians place great importance on respect for elders, communal solidarity, and preserving cultural heritage. Islam and Christianity are the dominant religions, and religious values play a significant role in shaping societal norms and individual behavior. Additionally, a commitment to hospitality and generosity towards guests is a deeply ingrained value, exemplified in the Chadian tradition of serving tea to visitors as a symbol of welcome. Despite political and economic challenges, the strength of these core values continues to underpin the social fabric of Chad, fostering resilience and a sense of identity among its diverse population. That gives a high scale for Chad. Rizz means attractiveness, charm, or skill in flirtation that allows one to easily attract partners. The approach to flirtation varies across regions and communities, influenced by both traditional values and modern influences. While there are cultural norms and customs that guide courtship and romantic interactions, individual experiences with flirtation may differ widely. Mid-rate. The most related thing to activity for a nation is its economy and human development. The economy of Chad suffers from the landlocked country's geographic remoteness, drought, lack of infrastructure, and political turmoil. In terms of gross domestic product, Chad ranks 147th globally with $11 billion as of 2018, while for development, Chad is ranked the second least developed country among 191 countries. So that's a low rank, unfortunately. By considering all the factors and ratings collectively, we can determine the overall Chadness rate for Chad.
Nice.
This rate is certainly noteworthy. It signifies a country that exhibits many characteristics associated with the concept of being a Chad. While not a perfect score, 69% suggests a significant alignment with the traits often associated with confidence, charisma, and resilience. Chad's rich cultural heritage, its participation in regional security efforts, and its endurance through various challenges contribute to this rating. It showcases a nation that is actively engaged in both regional politics and its own cultural traditions. This Chadness rate reflects a blend of tradition and modernity in Chad's societal landscape. Chad is truly a Chad country.